Hey everybody, it's Chef Todd Moore. I asked for it. I asked for your cooking questions and boy did you give it to me. I was poised, ready to answer the most complicated cooking questions, but that's really not what you asked. What I found out from your responses is that you just need a little bit of help at finding quick and easy ways to get dinner done for your family each night. And the best way that I can answer this question is just to show you. Tonight I'm going to let you peek over my shoulder as I cook my dinner using the basic cooking methods that I teach every day in webcookingclasses.com. Tonight, a very basic, a quick and easy chicken stir fry over quinoa. Let's go to the stove, I'll show you how. Chicken stir fry is one of the easiest ways to prepare a healthy meal. This chicken stir fry over quinoa is going to use just two pans. One for the quinoa, or if you want to make it rice or pasta or noodles or beans, anything that you want, but the second pan to steam and then stir fry the ingredients. My Man Pan's wok has a steamer insert, so with some chicken broth simmering below to add more flavor than water, I can go ahead and add carrots, start them steaming because this is the hardest item, and then asparagus, add that to the steamer, and cook them in a moist fashion so that we can return them later to the stir fry. Because stir fry uses direct conductive heat, and simple stir frying the carrots and the beans won't cook them all the way through before they start to burn on the outside. So to assure that everything is cooked to the same doneness, the hardest items are cooked first under steam. Then I'll remove them all from the steamer and remove the steamer insert, dry out the pan, and start to do a conductive fashion of cooking. Again, a big difference between using steam in a moist fashion to par cook everything so they come out exactly the same, and then stir frying using that conductive direct heat. So with the steamer insert out of the pan, we start our quinoa, and this can be cooked just like pasta or just like rice, and this meal could be served over any of those things. But a simple simmer of 2 cups of liquid to 1 cup of quinoa or rice or most pastas and things in a covered pan will give consistent results. So an Asian stir fry is pretty much the same as a French saute. It begins with heating the pan and adding some kind of fat. In this case, the flavor profile calls for sesame oil, so I'll add this much sesame oil. I don't know, what's that, a tablespoon and a half? Pick up the pan, swish it around, cover the entire bottom of the pan, and now the ingredients are up to you. The first thing that I think of in a stir fry is some onions. So I've got some onions that have been stir fry sliced. They're cut across, well, I'll show you that another day. Anyway, to continue to cook until they sweat or they start to get kind of translucent. And I'll just poke them around in the pan a little bit. Of course, this is much higher direct heat than steaming is, which again is indirect moist heat. So this will start to act on the onions, start to caramelize the sugars in them and break down the cell structure so they start to look kind of translucent. And this will take a few minutes. Be patient. Shake them around, move them around, let them sit there for a little bit. Dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum. Push them around again a little bit. Again, cooking with our eyes. There is no recipe that's going to tell you do this an exact amount of time because your stove is different, your pan is different, the amount of heat, the amount of onion, all these things are different. So we cook with our eyes. So when I start to see these onions start to get kind of translucent and sweat, and they literally do sweat, the moisture within the onion comes out, then it's time to add my chicken. And I've got a boneless chicken breast here that's cut into strips across the grain of the meat, which is going to make it most tender. So to the sesame onion flavor in the pan, I put the chicken breast in. We slice it that way to keep the same eye appeal, and I'll start to saute them in the wok as well, along with the onions. So what am I doing now? I'm combining flavors. I've got the flavor of the onion and the flavor of the chicken along with the sesame combining in the pan. But now it's time to take some more ingredients that would come around the same flavor profile, and I'm thinking mushrooms. So I've got some sliced shiitake mushrooms here, but of course mushrooms are a lot more delicate than onions. They're a lot more delicate than chicken, than asparagus and carrots. So mushrooms, something like these shiitake mushrooms, can be added directly to the stir fry of the previously ones added. So now it's time to put the lid on that and change from a direct source heat to a convective heat, where I'm going to start to use the moisture in the food. And you can see all that steam that comes out of the pan. So now it's time to add the previously steamed asparagus and carrots, because they're already cooked. They really just need to be warmed and combined with the rest of the dish. Some soy sauce to deglaze the pan and add some moisture. That'll give me a little more flavor. And dried or fresh, if you'd like, ginger. Fresh ginger goes bad so quickly. I keep this dried ginger. And what else? A little bit of white pepper. That'll add some contrast on our palate. So now I want to switch from the direct source conductive heat coming from the bottom of the pan to moist convective heat circulating within the pan. And the only way to accomplish that is put the lid on for a few minutes so this soy sauce steam kind of happens with the rest of the items. And then when the quinoa is done, after 20 minutes or so, plating is very simple. It's a portion of quinoa in a bowl, or like I said, rice or noodles or beans, whatever you'd like, and a portion of the chicken stir fry with the asparagus and carrots. And what we've done is used a combination cooking method. Again, using dry heat to caramelize things or cook them more quickly, and moist heat when we can. Garnish, what do we garnish with? How about some black sesame seeds? Just shake a few sesame seeds on there, make it look Asian. And there's our final plated dish. It's a very simple way to do a healthy stir fry for dinner within 20 minutes. And it's that easy. It's just using basic cooking methods along with the ingredients that you have on hand to create quick and easy dinners every night.